Hey everybody, and welcome to the lounge, all my fellow loungers, chillers, ballers, and grillers.
You did the old intro.
Huh?
You did the old intro.
I'm back to it.
All right.
You know why?
You feel like it?
I don't care anymore. I don't care if people don't like it. That's the way that's how we started. It's how we're going out, Tom.
So you feel like it?
That's damn straight I do. But anyway, this is going to be chilling and grilling, guys.
Yep.
I know, it's like you guys are all like, about damn time. I understand that and everything. You know, I don't even know why I even tell you guys that it's going to be chilling and grilling, because it's in the title anyway, so you guys are like...
It's Chillin Grillin.
Really? You guys already titled it that.
I mean, we haven't actually titled it Chillin Grillin in quite a while.
True.
So we don't know if that will be the title or not.
Okay. Anyway, what we're going to make is, we're going to make a lemon garlic pork chop. We're going to make, with that, we're going to make some Dijon mustard potatoes.
Roasted potatoes.
Roasted potatoes. Yes, excuse me, Tom. Straighten me out.
Gotta be
Keep
sure
me
you're
straight.
Right.
And we're also going to have
right.
a broccoli and cauliflower with cheese sauce on top of it. So this should be really good. So let's get started.
Yep.
I'm going to show you all the ingredients that we're going to need for our marinade that we're going to make and for the potatoes that we're going to make. Now, I want to just say right now, we're not going to concentrate on the broccoli and cauliflower bake that we're going to do, because you can put any vegetable that you want with this dish. You can put asparagus, corn, whatever you want. So that's not what our emphasis is. We're going to really emphasize on the marinade and the pork chops and the potatoes. So we're going to start out. We have some pork loin, boneless, center cut chops here. Okay. We have 2 lemons. We have some thyme. We have some oregano. We have some garlic and some white wine vinegar. We're also going to need olive oil, black pepper, and salt. Now these I have in the center here because we're also going to use them for our potatoes, and we're going to need an onion, and that's a really large onion too. And I put the minced garlic down here too, and the reason why I did that is because we're also going to be using garlic with that. I use the minced garlic for most stuff. I put the real garlic over here. It's not real, it's not like this is fake. They're both real. This is all
full-headed garlic as opposed to the minced.
Yeah, exactly. Because we're going to need 9 cloves for this, so you might want to just use that, or you can use that and just, because it tells you on there how much would exactly that would exactly be. And Dijon mustard, like I said, did I say that in there?
Oh, you might have.
You might have. Tom's yawning as I'm doing this because he's bored as usual when I'm doing this.
Why don't you make me look worse?
What's that?
I said, why don't you make me look worse?
Okay.
You're not supposed to say okay to that.
I have no problem with that. First thing we're going to do is get our marinade going, because we're going to simmer this now on a pot there. So I'll show you how we're going to do that. Here's what we need for the marinade. We have a 1/4 cup of white wine vinegar, 1/3 cup of olive oil. We have the juice of 2 lemons and the zest from 2 lemons that are in there. And remember, I showed you guys before how to zest the lemon. You need a lemon zester, put that in there. And then make sure you don't get any of the white in there. You only want the color in there, right? Okay, and here we have 1½ teaspoons of oregano and 1/2 teaspoon of thyme. Over here, now we're going to use the minced garlic. I told you guys we could use the regular garlic, but we decided we're going to use the minced garlic because we're lazy today. It's
easy.
Yeah.
Use what you feel like using.
Yeah, it's 1/2 teaspoon of the minced garlic per clove. So we use 4½ teaspoons of the minced garlic. Over here we have a teaspoon of salt and 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. We're going to get this started. The first thing we're going to do is put the olive oil and the garlic and get that simmering. Okay, you want this flame really low because we are gently simmering this. We're not, getting it to a
gently simmering.
And then okay, get all your garlic in there and your olive oil that's sitting in there.
That's what you need for right now.
That's all you're going to do right now, and just gently simmer that for about 4 to 5 minutes once we start seeing that actually simmer.
So we just thought we'd show you guys what a gentle simmer would look like. We're a couple minutes in.
Yes, and if it starts, you see a lot of bubbles there and it's getting a little bit brisk, just pick it up and just give it a couple swirls like that.
Also make sure you don't keep it on the super burner.
What are you trying to say, Tom?
What?
What are you trying to say? I had it on the super burner? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, it's not where it was before, and that is a super burner.
Yeah. Sometimes I make a mistake. You get me back? Is that what it is? Alright, so the garlic is getting soft, but it's not brown. You don't want it to brown. That's a mistake if you do that. So that's about 4 to 5 minutes right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start adding the rest of the ingredients in now. So we're gonna do our vinegar, our white wine vinegar, our lemon juice and our lemon zest, our salt and pepper, and our oregano and thyme. Okay, and now when we get that back to a simmer, we're gonna let that go for about 4 to 5 more minutes.
That's 425, not 45.
Did it sound like I said 45?
A little bit. I mean, I'd make the same mistake with that.
4 to 5.
Yes.
All right, guys, so now it's all done. We've done it for 4 to 5 minutes now, and it has simmered. Now, you don't want to use hot marinade on your pork chops because it's going to start cooking the pork chops right away. So what we're going to do...
Not to mention also, you're supposed to put it in a Ziploc. It'll also start melting the Ziploc.
Yeah, exactly.
Which might be a bit more of a problem.
Right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to take this and we're going to put this in the fridge just like it is like right now. I'm going to put it next to Joe's beer because if Joe's beers get warm, I don't really care. So
You're gonna know.
We're going to let that sit in there just to let it get to chill off and everything. And once it
You
gets...
could do it in an ice bath if you want to get it done super quick.
Yeah, you could, but we're not going to do that. We're going to
just feel like it.
We're just going to put it in there and then we're going to get it out and then we're going to marinate our pork chops. All right, so what I did is I put my pork chops in a Ziploc bag like that. This isn't really cold, but it's room temperature, so you don't have to worry about it anymore, about cooking the meat. So then
it's not hot.
It's not hot, right? So we're gonna pour that in the bag, like so. We are going to zip it. Something I tell Tom all the time. Tom, just zip it.
Rude.
Okay, so we'll do that. Now, make sure you get all these pork chops covered in that, all that goodness in there, right? Play with that for a little bit,
Make sure they all are covered.
Yeah, make sure they're all covered in there. Put them in the fridge. Leave them for at least a half hour. At least. You can let it go an hour. That's fine. But at least a half hour in the fridge, okay? And then in the meantime, while this is in there, we are going to get all our potatoes ready. I chopped up all the onions. Now, of course, they're big pieces, but they'll fall apart when you're cooking them and stuff. So
don't like onions as much. Don't use as much onion. Use a smaller onion.
Exactly. That's up,
the entirety
of
that massive onion.
I love onions. Also, my wife loves onions, and Tom. Do you like onions, Tom? Tom. Yeah. Anyway, cut your potatoes. If they're small ones, cut them in half like that. If they're larger ones, then you're going to have to quarter them like that.
Yep.
Okay. Put them all in there. We're going to need about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Get that in there. We need 1 teaspoon, one heaping teaspoon of the garlic, the chopped garlic there. We have 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. Put that in there. Try to get all that in there. Don't want to waste any of that. That's the good stuff right there. Right? And then we're going to put salt and pepper in to taste. So I'm going to just put some pepper in there. And I like pepper.
Just be careful not to do too much.
Right. And salt. Remember, potatoes absorb a lot of salt, so.
And it's like you say, you can always add it later.
Right. You
can't take it out.
Can never take it out. Put that in there, and you're going to mix all these up really good. Just let them sit for a little bit in there and let them kind of get all that goodness all together in there. I'll tell you what. I think this might be my favorite way to make potatoes.
Really? That was mashed potatoes.
I do love mashed potatoes. I actually love any kind of potatoes, but this has been like one of my new favorite ways to make potatoes.
Fair enough.
So mix that up real good. I mean, if you want to, because I love potatoes, and this mixture, you could actually just take a piece, like I'm going to right now, of onion, just to see if you have enough salt and pepper in there. I think I'm just going to put a tad bit more of salt in there.
Do make sure your hands are clean. I know Dad's are.
Yes, mine are. I always wash them. Tom sees me washing them, and I won't. And I don't.
Test.
You don't double dip. Once I put my fingers in there, I'm not going to go back in the bowl. So there we go. We're going to do that. We're going to let that just sit there for a little bit. We're gonna put them in the microwave. I'll show you what step is next. So we're gonna put these in the microwave for 7 minutes on high. Let that go. After they get done, about halfway, as soon as it gets about 3.5 minutes, I'm gonna stir them real quick. Then let them finish up in there, and then I'll show you the next step. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get our potatoes on our pan. Now we have the grill on high, guys, because it's kind of chilly outside here.
When it gets warmer out, you're gonna want it to be at a lower temperature or else it gets too hot.
Yeah, and you wanna spread these out.
Try and get an even layer.
Now, again, we cook these in the microwave first, so it's not about cooking them now. Now, really, it's about just the caramelization of them and the flavor that we want of the grill actually infused in the potatoes and the onions. So we're going to do that, and while that's going, now, every once in a while, you're going to have to take your tongs and, you know, shake that up and everything. Shake it up. Joe's not here to... Damn it. I'm sad now. Anyway, next we're going to put our pork chops on. These are going to take about 3 to 4 minutes on each side. It is a shame that there is no smell-o-vision for YouTube, isn't it? Because it smells unbelievable. So there we go. We're going to let them go 3 to 4 minutes in each side. Now remember to don't let these guys burn, and keep an eye on your potatoes too. Okay, so I brought my pork chops in because they're done right now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put some foil over it. I'm going to leave it loose like that, okay? And just leave them there while the potatoes are still cooking. As soon as they get done, then we'll plate everything. The potatoes are done now, so what we're going to do is put these back in the bowl that we were. Now, the reason why we can do this is because there wasn't meat in this bowl. I turned the grill off already, so they're not cooking anymore. But there wasn't any meat, so there was no contamination in this bowl whatsoever. So we can just put these in a bowl like this, and then we'll take them in the house, and then we'll plate. Time for plating. So I'm going to take some of the potatoes and onions. I'm going to put them like this. Put them on a plate like this. Let's take some of the chops. I'm going to put that right in the potatoes. That's how I like it, like that. And we're going to take some of this. Now, we didn't show you guys how to make this, right? But we're going to show this at another time.
Probably.
Because that's a whole nother kind of thing. So I'm going to put some more.
And like we said, you can use whatever sort of vegetables you want. It doesn't have to be in cheese sauce.
Exactly. It could be asparagus, corn, whatever you like. You can put that on there. So anyway, so that's what we're doing right there. Now the best part of all, right, Tom? As usual.
Yep.
I'm gonna dig in this. This is it's not that hard of a recipe, guys, so I mean, I hope you guys try it.
That's good.
That's a good pork chop right there. I also want to say, shouldn't talk with your mouth full of food. I want to say, the pork chop marinade that we did was an Ida Gardner recipe.
Adapted from it.
Adapted from it. We did a little bit. I think we added salt and pepper, but that's not much. But it's usually used for chicken. We're using it on pork.
Yeah.
So I want to give, you know, credit to where credit's due. Try this meal. I hope you guys like it. Until next time, grab yourself something cold to drink, put your feet up and relax. We'll meet you at the lounge. You were way early on that one.
You were really slow.